Special welcome to another podcast where we discuss everything technology and people development. Today, I'm super excited to have Danny all the way from the USA join us to discuss cyber threat intelligence as well as diversity, inclusion, and equity. Danny, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm super excited for this conversation.
Wonderful. Let's start this conversation by just introducing yourself. Who is Danny? And just tell us a little bit about the career journey that you've walked to get to where you are today, and give us an oversight of what you currently do in your role.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So my name is Daniel Magallanes. I am a director of Fusion Cell, which consists of three different teams here at Cigna. It is cyber threat intelligence, it is threat hunting, and adversary simulation, often referred to as red team, purple team. And I know in our conversation, we'll get into what those three teams do and who designated those colors. It's kind of interesting. But my career journey, I'll definitely keep it short. I initially started at the U.S. Army doing intelligence, did that for 4 years. I went to Iraq for 1 year in 2005. But my passion has always been technology and computers. So I was able to get into the FBI, initially doing counterterrorism, protecting aviation, rail, and maritime. But then, as I said, my passion is cybersecurity, or just cyber in general. So I got an awesome opportunity to be part of the FBI's cyber division, where I was working with just amazing people there, trying to identify and apprehend cyber criminal groups globally. So, trying to bring their networks down, because they're creating a lot of havoc. From there, I did transition to higher echelons of the U.S. government at the Office of Director of National Intelligence. There, it was a center called Cyber Threat Intel Integration Center, CTIC. And there I was able to, lead a community of interest of senior cyber threat intelligence analysts to look at and inform our senior policymakers on the threats that these cyber criminals pose there. So just an incredible opportunity. I did wrap up my roughly about 15 years in the US government, and then I transitioned to Accenture, a consulting firm that is global, but I was working on the federal side. So I helped protect the 2020 census, and it was a lot of work. It was just an all-star team there. Again, learned a lot from everyone from the technical side, and it was extremely rewarding. Maybe not at the time, because we're pushing like 60 hours and in the middle of a pandemic. So it was extremely challenging. I have kids at home, and now all the kids are at home doing remote schooling. So, again, everybody, I think the world was going through this transformational change during COVID. But from there, I did that roughly about 2 years. And then now at Cigna, where I'd lead a cyber threat intelligence team and hunt and the red team, purple team there. So hopefully that encompasses, gives your audience a high level overview of, where I've been and, hopefully where I'm going.
It does, certainly. And I always love people to talk about just their side of, being a father and just finding that work-life balance. How do you do that? Do you do well in that area? Listen, we all trying to find the perfect, balance for as long as they're a working parent.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I struggle with that. Like probably most people, it's really hard. especially with cybersecurity. There might be an incident that requires, more of your time and missing, family events. Thankfully, in my current role, it's not like that. But I know during my time at Accenture, a lot of holidays that you have to work through, and it is hard. Unfortunately, I'm not perfect on that. I'm striving to get better, to unplug. And I'm here in Colorado in the mountains, so it's always good to take walks, to climb, go on day hikes, just to leave technology, leave your phones behind and just connect with nature there. So I'm trying to do better. I'm not perfect, but unfortunately, I don't have a solution to that life, that work-life equilibrium that everybody's striving for.
Beautiful. Listen, we are all work in progress. We are all working on that.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into the conversation by, talking about the impacts of artificial intelligence on the cyber landscape. That is top on everybody's mind as many companies are rolling out artificial intelligence. People are also highly concerned about the security side that come with that.
Yes, that is a question that everybody's asking now. We are in the precipice of seeing something magical with artificial intelligence. I think more so than the years before. My personal perspective on AI, I think it's still too early to tell on what the adversaries are going to do. I read an article talking about how adversaries are using, it was the title of this article, I forgot where I read it, but it said AI being used to deploy ransomware. And I'm like, that was interesting. And once you read that story, it wasn't true. They were equating one report that ransomware is high, which we all have seen that ransomware continues to be a problem for over 6-7 years or even longer, and how AI has this potential to negatively impact our cybersecurity, therefore our business. But I think there is, at the end of the day, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, FUD, that is, driving marketing for vendors to say, hey, you need to be careful with AI because our adversaries are going to be using this to bring down your business. And outside of security, we've seen that technology advances in society is always viewed in this negative light. The automobile, when it first got started, at least in the FBI culture or lore, they said, well, now they're going to be robbing banks a lot easier and getting away with this automobile, right? Compared to horses or maybe on foot. So with technology, there's always this uncertainty. You don't know what it's going to do. But to kind of flip back to your question, I think the immediate gain that adversaries will start leveraging AI is phishing emails. Phishing emails, from a grammatical standpoint, were easy to spot, right? They're like, hey, there's something wrong with this sentence structure in whatever language that you're being targeted. You can tell. But now I think you can craft a perfect email to entice your victim to click on that email, and then ultimately giving unauthorized access to the adversaries there. So I think that is the initial big threat that we need to be concerned about. So then our phishing educational awareness needs to get better. But I think